Excellent. It says I'm live, so excuse me. At the Sue Calvin Williams Library, Little Rock, Arkansas, handling things with some classical music. Beethoven. Yeah, I went there today. I guess you could say it's a classical movement in the fact that I've used civil rights movement, and this is a silver trail that I'm using in this movement to exchange the energy that we have available to us, and certainly it goes through us, and through us we classify the elements of the atmosphere, the elements that most fear. Even in Beethoven, they try to show him as a European. In most pictures that we see of him in that thing there, okay? So, with all things, that is a movement, and they were calling that music back there movements as well, as we know, okay? So, the elements are with us, be they, excuse me, be they air, earth, fire, gas, and water. So this is a beautiful thing in its time, and at this time we have the tools that we use to look up, to press in, to calculate the medulla oblongata from way back. You see, that's where this music's from, going way back. You see, there's a rap artist had a song that going way back. All right, so Twin Towers. Oh, did I say the Twin Towers? Yes, I did, 9/11. And I plan to do this on 9/11. 92 is 11. It's 11, my Earth Day, November. And it was 16 years ago that it went on. A very interesting thing that I saw, was it Bill Bellamy, an actor. They had on one of his shows. I guess it came on 10, 11 o'clock at night on the 10th, 9/10, close to the 12 o'clock hour. And one of the episodes that they showed with this guy who was very good at doing spoofs, fooling people, you know, Sputnik or something. And this guy, and he was always putting pranks on people. He was one of the best. A lot of people liked him. And so Bill Bellamy decided to put a prank on him in this episode of the show. So, and he looked as if he had a heart attack on the show and fell out. I mean, really fooled me even, because I thought the episode was showing that he killed the dude and all that. But basically the episode, they said, call 9/11. He said, what's the number? 9/11. What's 9/11? But in the end, he jumped up because they showed the coroner coming to get him in there. I mean, the whole thing. And he had to talk to his fans and tell his fans that, you know, he passed away. But at the end of the episode, the guy fooled him. I guess it was the Sputnik or something, the name of the show. And he fooled him and came up and said, oh, I gotcha. And very interesting how they used that at that time. So those numbers were being used with that episode, and not charging them with anything, but keeping it charged up, you know, in the elements that we have, in the atmosphere that we're in here in Little Rock, Arkansas, and all over the world, in which the atmosphere is the elements of life. Where is the Dead Sea? Geography and geology is being taught to the children in Little Rock, Arkansas. They managed to force that into G-force. Where's that? The God force that came from the bird, the albatross. Yes, shipping tycoon that showed the flight of the G-force, how to manage your flight across the ocean, the seas, without flapping his wing for hours, for weeks, for days at a time, on one wing, floating across the currents of the ocean, hours at a time, living out on the ocean, floating. The G-force, God force, forced the life force energy in us. You see, where is the Dead Sea located? These people had a movie where the lady said, "I see dead people." Yeah, there's a movie that said that in that flight. But we're not lost at sea. You remember the white man, the scientist that found the magnetite, the lodestone, the pressure of location devices before the compass was found, that is in our bodies. So we're never lost in anything at any time in our lives. So this movement that we have right now, the Silver Trail that we're using right now, the hermaphrodite, the multiplicity that we are, the Dead Sea, where is that located? The Dead Sea Scrolls that they say found, buried. They gave the treasure, the answers to the human scale, the fish. Remember the sponge we talked about that's in the back of the giraffe, the animal with the biggest heart on land. When it bends over to drink, in order for it to come up and not to have an aneurysm, blood is put in that sponge in that area and back there, like the medulla oblongata. Where's the sponge? The sea creature, sea living thing. Remember the jellyfish that has everlasting life? A sea living species. See, the sponge is from the ocean, from the life of the womb of life. So the Dead Sea Scrolls, they say they found where life began and all that. No, we cannot accept that. We really access and accept that what they've said. Yes, the G-force forces us to do that in order to move forward in life and all things. You see? So in the room that both men and women have, that we hold the seed, that we hold the breed of life to move forward in whatever as the most nurturing, loving thing that we are, that I am, comes to be through the waters, to all the waters that is life. Men can say, look what I've done throughout the history. Look at the secrets I've kept. Look at the people I've enslaved. Look at the money we've made. Look at all these things we've done. Look at all the inventions. Look at all these powerful things that we've done to people. The manipulation of the earth material, the rock, will make people say when I fell what? Rock bottom. People think that's a downgrade. But it is not. It is a total upgrade that is made through life. I gotta get this plugged in. Yes, that's what that is. An upgrade through life force energy that we have to use and not abuse. So I won't abuse that at all, not at this time. Because Mother always has the answers. The feminine principle that she is, that she lives Yes, she lives through all things. She teaches in all things. Forgive me, y'all, for finding this. We found power again. So Mother, in her movement, after men say, look what I've done, all these wonderful things, look at the cameras they've made out of the rock when they feel rock bottom. But the rock bottom brings you up, doesn't it? Look at all these things. So we have to turn inward. You know how they say, you're an intern, you're learning to become what you're supposed to be. So intern, I-N-T-E-R-N, you're an intern. You've got to turn inward in your heart, what's inside of you in the darkness. Or intern, I-N, separate the word, T-U-R-N, you see? In turn, Saturn, you Saturn turn things around. Put a ring on it. Real wide, you see the words that we can use, the terminology that we can use to turn inward, to know truly what's going on within the word process, in the atmosphere that we have, in the life that we have to live, the life that we're going to give in all things. Yes, we have that. We smile with that beautiful hermaphrodite energy. You see? When people see the hermaphrodite, they always see the sexual organ, the penis and the vagina only. But the unseen energy is in the brain activity, the electrical, magnetic electrical me, nature's emergency medical team. Yes? Yes, we do. We see that. There's craziness going on. I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yes. That's what we have. You see, a computer interrupter has entered the library that we here before. I know exactly who it is right now. The people who are doing that. I know exactly who they are and what it is they must do. Okay? And so we have that energy to use through them, through us, through me, through all times. So what a beautiful day to have, to use and to formulate through the atmospheric pressure that goes on when we focus our energies from that elementary process.